Let your imagination soar as we dive deep into the captivating world of Disney parks. It's time for the Extra Magic Hour podcast, where the fun never ends and the magic is limitless.
Hey, howdy, hey,
Hello.
to infinity and beyond. We are going to talk about today on the Extra Magic Hour show.
Yes,
We're going to
we
talk
are.
about the 30th anniversary of the beloved Toy Story.
Yay! Tony's personal favorite.
My personal... I can't believe it's been 30 years. That's a really long time. I did go to see it in the movie theater this weekend, and it was very cool to see it up on the big screen again. I don't think they redid anything to this. I don't think they computer generized it.
They just left it standard.
Yeah, it just left it standard because there were a couple of places where I'm like, oh, I could see the flaws and some of the textures of the toys and stuff. I'm like, they didn't really go back and make this better or anything. They just left it as is, let it stand alone. But it was very nice to see it in a big screen again.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kick it off, and then James is gonna follow up behind me, and we're gonna talk about some fun things and sequels and fun facts, and we'll even give you some movie Easter eggs. In case you've never seen it, and shame on you if you haven't really. I mean, come on. This is the thing I consider this the watershed moment in animation, where they went from the hand-drawn stuff to the computer things, and this brought on like everything, after it. I mean, Shrek and all the other movies that came after it were led by this. So. All right, let's start at the beginning. So Toy Story premiered on November 22nd, 1995, and I'm surprised they really didn't bring the movie out around this time, but it is Christmas time, and they're probably going to drop a lot of Christmas movies, and nobody's going to want to go see Toy Story, but they did. They brought it out, and let's be thankful for that. It was the making of the first full-length feature film entirely created with CGI or computer-generated imagery. While animated had been around for decades, Toy Story was revolutionary. Every character, every set, every texture was all digitally rendered. The story was born from Pixar Animation Studios, then a young company founded by Ed Catmull and Albie Ray Smith. If you don't know who those two gentlemen are, go look them up. They are, I'm going to call them scientists because that's what this is. It's very scientific in nature, and if you want to learn more about how Pixar does it, go to the Khan Academy, and you can take the Pixar class for free, and they'll tell you how they do this stuff, and it's really math and science. This was under the young leadership of a young gentleman at the time named John Lasseter, who previously directed short CGI films like Luxo Jr. Pixar partnered with Disney under a unique agreement where Disney would handle the marketing and distribution, while Pixar would really take over the creative control. It was a rare deal at the time that allowed Pixar's visionary style to shine. So Pixar did their thing. They said, here, Mr. Disney, now you can go market and get this movie distributed into theaters and just pay us on the way out. So that was a very cool deal. Yeah. And you have to thank Mr. Eisner for that, because he's the one who struck that deal back then.
Yep.
So. All right.
Which I believe was the old Silicon Graphics before they changed it.
Yeah, I mean, Pixar was owned by George Lucas, and George Lucas sold Pixar to Steve Jobs. And then Steve Jobs brought on John Lasseter and said, what can you do with this stuff? And he went to town.
We got something we can do.
Yeah. It started with really, Toy Story came from a short that John did called Tin Toy, and that was
Okay.
like kind of a prototype. And then
That was the lightning moment there.
yeah. And then he said, "Hold on, let's tell the story from a toy's point of view. Oh, what if they come to life at night? You know?" And boom, Toy Story was born. So
There we
very
go.
cool. Yeah, very cool.
Oh, a little bit of the storyline and characters here. The film follows Woody, a pull-string cowboy voiced by Tom Hanks, who is the leader of a group of toys belonging to a boy named Andy. Woody's world is upended when Buzz Lightyear, a flashy space ranger action figure voiced by Tim Allen, arrives, sparking a rivalry that evolves into friendship. Key characters include Mr. Potato Head, played by Don Rickles, Rex the dinosaur, Wallace Shawn, Ham the Piggy Bank by John Ratzenberger, and Sarge the Green Army Men by various voices. The story, while comedic and heartfelt, explores themes of jealousy, friendship, and growing up, a universal message that resonated with kids and adults alike.
Yeah. Very cool things. So let's talk about some of the innovations and challenges. In early development, the film began as a short called Tin Toy, which we just kind of spoke about, which won an Academy Award for Best Animated Short. It successfully demonstrated that Pixar could tell an emotional, rich story in CGI. Initial drafts of Toy Story focused on Woody's jealousy of Buzz, but it went through multiple rewrites to balance the comedy, character depth, and the pacing. Some technology breakthroughs. Pixar developed new software tools for rendering hair, texture, and realistic lighting. Woody's cowboy hat, Buzz's glossy spacesuit, and the plastic sheen on toys were all groundbreaking at the time. Each frame of Toy Story took hours to render, and completed the film required thousands of computers all working together. Voice casting and direction. Tom Hanks famously ad-libbed many of Woody's lines, bringing warmth and vulnerability to the cowboy. Tim Allen initially recorded Buzz's lines with little interaction with Hanks, yet Lasseter and the team expertly blended the performance to create authentic chemistry, which is fantastic. They could do that. Just record one person's voice and then totally blend it with another person and make it seem like they're standing in the same room talking to each other. That is fascinating. That is some real good audio engineering. From doing this podcast, I can tell you that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
Animation and storytelling. So animators studied real toys, learning how joints move and how toys might interact with humans when they weren't around. I don't know how you do that, but okay. The team used story reels, essentially animated storyboards, to refine the story and the comedic timing before committing to the full CGI, since they can't do it. It took them hours to get one scene done. That practice that became then the standard at Pixar, so it's something they still do today.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I do a lot, and there's a lot more to come. I'm sure of that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Disney rolled out a massive marketing campaign for the film, including toys, video games, and merchandise. The synergy of a movie about toys being marketed alongside real toys created an unprecedented buzz.
Mm-hmm. No
Upon its release, no, none at all. None. Not one. This pun was light years away.
Uh-huh.
Oh, jeez.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, was definitely there. Upon its release on November 22nd, 1995, yes, 30 years ago, Toy Story received critical acclaim, holding a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes at the time, and earning over $373 million worldwide, a record for an animated film at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was interesting. I was reading a thing today that what the box office was like, I don't know, another 30 or 40 million, which they're adding to the cumulative total already. So I'm like, oh, all right. Well, there you go. Maybe we can sneak Toy Story up a little bit in the overall
Wow. So they're going to add
money
it
pile.
to the current.
Yeah, they're adding it to their old pile of money.
Okay.
I guess money never dies.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Let's talk about some awards. So it was nominated for 3 Academy Awards: Best Original Screenplay, Best Original Song for "You Got a Friend in Me," and Best Original Score. Received a special Academy Award for Technical Achievement for pioneering CGI techniques. It was recognized as one of the greatest animated films of all time, influencing decades of animation and storytelling. There was an Academy Award, I have it somewhere, was an Academy Award ceremony where Buzz and Woody gave out an Academy Award. Like, they were the presenters of an award, which is hysterical. I'll have to see if I can find that clip and then post it up on YouTube. I think the last time I did it, I think it got a takedown because the Academy said that was theirs. So I'll see if I can post it again, and I'll just have to notify everybody, and you'll have to watch it real quick before I have to take it down again. So.
I was trying to see if it would add it already, but it's not. Toy Story sequels here, legacy of this series here. Toy Story 2 in 1999, originally intended as a direct-to-video project. It was upgraded to a theatrical release and became a critically acclaimed, critical and commercial success.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Toy Story.
The first sequel, titled Toy Story 2, was released on...
Apparently, we are learning more about this show all day long. Yes. Toy Story 3 in 2010 concluded Andy's story beautifully while exploring themes of letting go and moving on, earning an Oscar nomination for Best Picture, a rare feat for an animated film. And Toy Story 4, 2019, introduced Forky and expanded the emotional depth of the franchise, earning another Academy Award for Best Animated Feature and the first toy ever to want to be in the trash.
Yeah.
More than mostly anything. I don't know why, but it wanted to be there.
From trash to toy.
We loved Forky, though.
Yeah. I mean, if you're asking me, Toy Story 3 should have been the end of the series, but, you know, hey, we're getting a number 5.
2 more.
Yeah. We're getting a number 5, so let's see what they do with it. I'm not going to, make judgment quite yet.
Nope.
Let's talk about some fun facts. So Buzz Lightyear's character was inspired by both classic space hero types and astronaut culture from the 1950s and the 1970s. Woody's design evolved over time. Early concept made him a ventriloquist dummy before setting on a pull-string cowboy. Pixar artists often included Easter eggs, such as references to other Pixar films, including the Pixar Planet Truck appeared in nearly every Pixar film. And the famous Andy name on the sole of the shoe detail became iconic, symbolizing love and loyalty between toys and their owners. Talk about Easter eggs. So one of the things is they, after Toy Story, there's usually 2 Easter eggs, at least 2. One is some kind of nod to the previous Pixar film and something included in the next coming Pixar film. So if you look at the timeline, you'll always find those Easter eggs. Let's talk about the Easter eggs. So we got about 10 of them. We got 10 of them here, and see if you've noticed these or found these in the movies. And we're going to start with the first one. The first one is the Pizza Planet truck, which we kind of just spoke about. It's Pixar's unofficial mascot. Really, the ball and the lamp are the unofficial mascots. The bright yellow Pizza Planet delivery truck first appeared outside Andy's house and then later drives through the city in Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Cars, and then nearly every Pixar movie afterwards. Fun fact, spotting it became a fan challenge and a must-do for die-hard Pixar movie fanatics.
Do you know where they all are?
I don't know where they all are.
Okay.
If I see it, I'll go, oh, there's a Pixar truck. And then it's gone.
Okay.
Some of them, it's like maybe a second to a second and a half on the film, and that's it.
It's a blip.
Yeah. It's like you blink and it's gone. Yeah.
It's gone.
Yep.
All right. Up next, Al's Toy Barn logo. The toy store where Woody gets kidnapped in Toy Story 2 is a play on Al's apple and barn. It's a subtle nod to Al Mitch Wiggins, the toy collector. You look closely, and the logo and design foreshadow some of the gags while the toys being captured.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look at that.
Yeah.
Everybody, well, not everybody. There's a lot of people that say I look like Al McWiggin.
For all users can see this.
Yeah, if you're looking at video.
Yep.
Hidden a Luxo Ball. The yellow ball with the blue stripe and the red star is the Luxo Ball. Appears in several scenes, and Andy plays with it and pops up in the toy chest. It originally appeared in Pixar's short film Luxo Jr. and is a running Easter egg in almost all Pixar films. So you got the pizza truck and you got the Luxo Ball. You got to go find those two.
Yep. All right. Cameo by Pixar characters. Ham the Piggy Bank has a coin that says Luxo Jr.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Army Men, Slinky Dog, and Woody sometimes subtly nod to other Pixar shorts. In certain shorts, you can spot characters from Pixar's tin toy tucked into the toy crowd. Say that fast.
Yeah. Also, in Andy's room, if you look at the bookshelf, most of the books are Pixar shorts. So most of those titles on those books are all Pixar shorts, which we don't really talk about here. But Andy's name. Every toy owned by Andy has his name written on it. Apparently, he lived in a bad neighborhood and kids were stealing his toys. On Woody's foot, it says Andy, which becomes an emotional point in Toy Story 3 when the toys are handed down to Bonnie. Pay attention. Andy's handwriting is a tiny, sweet nod to childhood ownership and a nostalgia. So, there you go.
All right. Star Wars references. Buzz Lightyear himself is full of subtle nods. His design is inspired by classic space heroes and sci-fi. Some background elements like space-themed toys and posters in Andy's room pay homage to the sci-fi culture of the 70s and 80s.
Interesting. Now, it's almost like you have to watch this freeze frame. Okay, look around.
Slow-mo.
Freeze frame. Okay. To infinity and beyond. Buzz' famous catchphrase is written in some playful ways in the background or on toys packaging. Pixar loved repeating the phrase subtly before it's formally introduced. Interesting.
All right.
Interesting that they snuck that in there.
I'll have to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just saw it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Woody's pull string. Early concept sketches made Woody a ventriloquist dummy. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
In the final film, his pull string says phrases like, "There's a snake in my boots," but animators included tiny variations and extra lines that fans loved discovering, like his reactions when he's ignored or jealous of Buzz.
Very cool. Hidden Pixar logo. The Pixar lamp, Luxo Jr., often makes a cameo either as a toy or in Andy's room decor. Keep an eye on the bookshelves, toys, and wall posters for that little iconic bouncing lamp. Yeah, it's actually a lamp. It's actually a lamp that Lasseter originally had on his desk and animated it because he had to animate something, and he chose the lamp, and then it just became their logo.
It's here forever now.
Yeah, yeah. It sits. It's a 4-story lamp outside the office in California. So, yeah, very cool, very interesting.
Oh, last but not least, future Pixar films. There are foreshadowing Easter eggs that reference later Pixar films, such as toys or posters that hint at A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc., or Finding Nemo. These were likely added in re-releases or subtly during background art development to create a connected Pixar universe.
Yeah. I disagree with some of that. So when Toy Story came about, John Lasseter, Pete Docter, Alex Stanton, and Joe Raft sat and created the Pixar timeline. Like, they knew they wanted to make this story about toys, and then they're like, well, what other movies could we do? And they came up with all the things of, like Monsters and Cars and Nemo and Bugs Life, all those things. So they knew a lot of what they wanted to make. And I think they were just foreshadowing things that they wanted to make in Toy Story by putting, Nemo or Bugs Life or Monsters in there. I don't think they were put after the movie had come out or re-released or reconnected. They were all done on purpose because those five guys were kind of the brain trust. And years ago, we had a dude on to talk about how all of the Pixar movies are connected. How they're put out in this sequence that we're seeing, but they're really in the wrong order.
Yeah.
I forgot. If you look up, I don't know, like the Pixar effect or the Pixar something, the Pixar story or something like that. Yeah. I can't remember. I'll have to go see if I can find again a link to the guy. I think he still has the website up, and I think he keeps adding to it as Pixar keeps throwing more movies out there. But it was very interesting. I thought he was high. I'm not gonna lie.
So you watched it and you're like, "Oh, this might make sense."
It does. Yeah, it made some sense. I was like, "Oh, that's a little weird. It's a little weird now. I'm getting weirded out." So anyway, all right, that's it. That's all we got about Toy Story.
That's all we got. Yep.
Yeah, 30 years, my friends.
30 more. See what happens.
Yeah. Well, it'll seem that way. At this pace, we may have Toy Story 49 coming out next year.
In 30 years, we probably will.
Yeah, I mean, besides the 4 movies that are currently out, 1 is in development, and then let's not forget all the shorts that are Toy Story related too. So there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of content. Anyway, all right, kids, hit them up, James.
If you don't see us here, we'll see you on the parks.
The Extra Magic Hour podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.